Hey guys, Joey here with another update on my epic journey to get out of $200,000 in debt. It's been a while since I've made my last video and I apologize for that. It's been really hectic and I've been just trying to get things together, organizing everything, but hopefully I could take this video to really recap everything that I've done so far, my reasoning behind it, and so that you guys know what's going on in my life, as well as if there's any info to take out of this experience for your own businesses or whatever you're doing. Hopefully you can. If not, it's just sharing of my story. So I think since the last video, the most important thing that happened was for the summer, we decided to hire 4 college students. We know these college students, we trust them. I'm actually a college leader at my church and they asked for a job, and we thought it would be a great opportunity to really use the extra help to boost ourselves ahead in terms of organizing our warehouse as well as preparing for Q4. Now you might go like, isn't that crazy? But to prepare for Q4 already, but it's actually not. It's June, and if you don't have all your prep work done, especially if you're importing from other countries, just importing alone, placing the orders and organizing all of that takes about a month, sometimes longer. By the time it's in, we have to process it in our warehouse and then send it out. That takes even longer. So, and before you know it, it'll be September already and all the products have to be in by then so that Q4 sales can start and that we're prepared for Christmas. So yeah, we decided to hire 4 college students just for the summer, just to see if we could get ourselves ahead. And then another thing we did was, I encouraged you guys to, if you guys were new to the online retail and you wanted to get into e-commerce, to really try your hand at Toys R Us. And I still stand by that statement. Most Toys R Us's, from what I know, closes on the 30th of June, so there's still a couple of days / weeks to go and really scout out and try out new items. And I could have done that with my brother, but my brother and I decided to go another way, and I want to explain why. Just yesterday we placed a reorder of a product that we sell for, and I paid about the order quantity, I think order cost was about $40,000. I think it was a tiny bit less than $40,000, but it was $40,000. And then we decided to try a new item out that we've been working on for a while, but and we just did the minimum order quantity, but that still turned out to be about $13,000. It was $12,000 and some change. So that's about a $13,000 order. So now we had 2 choices. I could have taken the total of $53,000 and invested into arbitraging Toys R Us's all around, and I think I would have been successful and the flips would have been great. But the reason I decided not to do that and go for the import instead was in fact to prepare for Q4. I've been flipping retail arbitraging for a while now, whether it be Toys R Us, whether it be Walmart, etc., just whatever local stores there are. And one of the good things is the flips are great. One of the downside is it takes a lot of time to really drive there, figure it out, scan everything. Yes, I know the stores pretty well and I know the products pretty well now, but we decided, do we want to do that? And then after Toys R Us, then there's one less store for us to do, or which kind of makes it feel like we're going backwards. Or do we want to move on ahead and go on to the wholesale, the private label and all of that? And my brother and I talked about it. We decided it was wiser of us to move forward. So which it's almost always wiser to move forward. But sometimes there are cases where you have to be a bit patient. But for us in this scenario, we thought it was better to move forward. So on top of the $53,000, we placed another 10 grand order from a wholesaler, reordering some products that we sell. So we decided to go in that direction. And the reason we do that for Q4 is it's June now and it feels like we could do both, but by the time we spend that much money on Toys R Us, then we have to process it. We have to use our employees to process all the items in terms of organizing it, re-barcoding it for Amazon, or taking a picture if it's going onto eBay. Whatever it is, it takes their time to do that. And from our experience, it would take, if we were to spend $53,000 or $63,000 with everything and buy products with that, our warehouse would be packed with products, and just to get through all of that would take a month or two. And we thought then by then their summer is nearly over, and from then to start organizing the warehouse, yes, we'll be more or less prepped for Q4 in terms of having products in, but we'd be delayed on some of our hot selling products that we needed to reorder. So what we did was, yes, if I had all the employees in the world, like all the time in the world and all the money, then I would have done both. But even though I may have the cash to do both, it was just a matter of time. And plus, if I tried to do both, my budget might have been a bit tighter, because then I would need about $100K, and then the risk gets greater and I have to manage a lot more things. So from where I am in terms of my level with our warehouse, we thought it was better to move forward in terms of focusing in on our brand, as well as some of the things so like the wholesale brands that we work with. So that's what I did. So I didn't hit any of the Toys R Us's nearby, so that should leave plenty of opportunity for others to also do it in my area. But I mean, there's Toys R Us's all over the nation, so I still encourage you to try it out if you haven't done it and you're interested in e-commerce. Another cool thing that happened was I got in touch with a small supplier / manufacturer of supplements. And now supplements was something I was always interested in getting into. And the reason for that is right now I'm majority of my items, minus a good chunk, but like I would say about 90% of my items are toys. And that's how I started. And this past Christmas was my first Christmas on Amazon, and it was insane, the sales. So I'm so excited for Q4 to come. But what happened was when January, February, March hit, it just sales just slowed down. So I was and also with my medical background, I did go to medical school. Supplements was something I was always interested in. So I thought we would try out supplements, but it just never worked out with our situations with how we were working. But an opportunity came where I got introduced to this company, and they didn't know anything about online sales, so I told them exactly what I could do for them, what I would do, why I want a relationship with them, and why I thought it would be great for both my business as well as theirs if I got involved with them. And they really enjoyed that presentation, and they took it very seriously because I had the backings and experience to show that I can do this, and I am good at online sales. So what's really exciting is this company gave me the exclusive rights to be the Amazon seller, and I think if I could really push this through and do well and really talk to them, I feel like I can manage almost all of their online business for them. And it's so cool how opportunities like that occurs, because before I was talking to you about how a distributor closed itself off from me because they found a separate distributor and they were cutting off all the online sales. So one of the people I worked with for wholesale, a door closed, and I was like, it's, sometimes doors close, but you always got to keep your head up and always have to keep looking and stay vigilant and always stay active. And it's so cool to make another video now to say I've gotten an opportunity now to be the sole seller on Amazon for this specific brand. And what's cooler is it's supplements. It falls under the supplement category. So I can't share any of the names right now, unfortunately, because I don't want. I haven't asked permission if I could do any of that, so I don't want to even tread around there. But I've already started investing a lot of money into advertising their products, and what's crazy is I'm starting to see sales go up. And once this brand really hits and takes off, which I honestly believe it will, and that's why I made this agreement with them and decided to invest some of my own money into it. I think that gives me another avenue. And supplements is huge year long, but it's especially big right at the area where I said I saw my dip in sales, which is the new year, where people make New Year's resolutions to really work on their body, their health, and all of that. So that's something I wanted to share with you guys, to share that there may be times where doors close, and there will always be times where offers fall through and things don't work out. But there will also be awesome days where opportunities come and doors open, where you can really just pounce on it and take full advantage of it. And what I want to encourage you is to never get depressed about anything. Always look up and always look for opportunities. And I think if you work hard and put yourself out there, share your story, show what you're doing, someone will listen, someone will be like, ooh, maybe they could help me out, or maybe we can work together, and contact you. So keep that in mind, and keep working on it. And then I know another thing we're working on is now what we're interested in is software, and I'm starting to work on this software. We've hired a couple, a programmer, and he's working on it right now. So it's cool to see how I started with $4,000, a little over a year ago for Amazon, and now I've come to a place where I could start thinking about my future, start thinking about future investments. In June, I could start thinking about Q4, which is insane, because before it was just like every month I needed to flip to make rent and be like, okay, how am I gonna make rent tonight? Or shoot, maybe we should do another Toys R Us run, another Walmart run, another Kmart run. It doesn't matter. I was always thinking on a monthly basis, but we're finally getting to a point where it's June, and it's like, how can I think about winter now? And when winter comes along or fall comes along, I can start thinking, okay, how should I start thinking about for next spring? And just slowly expand where my actions today now affect not tomorrow or this month, but my actions today now affect a couple months into the future, so that when December comes around, I can look back and go, oh yeah, I did this in June. So whatever I do now in December will affect what happens in the summertime. And it's so cool living ahead like that. And what that allows me to do is start investing more, start thinking about how I want the future of this company to go, and really have that kind of discussion with my brother and set a direction without worrying about the basic cost of everything and of living. Now, is it still, a concern or always in the back of my mind? Yes, it's always in the back of my mind, that I have to pay rent and I have all these fees and, payments going out. But I could live a little more comfortably in the sense that I could start preparing also for my future instead of just trying to live day by day. So it's really awesome to be here and share this story with you. And now as I start aiming for the future and flipping bigger amounts in one go, and with one phone call, now it's becoming actually visibly possible to see that my debt could be tackled, right? When you're living day by day, month by month, the student loans of $200,000 is not even like, you can't even make a scratch on it, you can't make a dent on it. But now that I could sit down and make a $40,000 order just over the computer or over the phone, and then make multiple of those, and those will be profitable, now we're talking in a zone where now I could start thinking about doing some damage, or maybe scaling it even higher, so that this damage of killing this $200,000 becomes a doable and a feasible thing. So I just wanted to share this story, how I think of my journey so far. I still have a long way to go, but I also have I'm very young. I'm only 27, and I have learned to think 5, 10, 15 years into the future. So, you know, getting down and dirty and working my butt off for 5, 10, 20 years is not a problem, because I'm in it for the journey. I'm always looking into the future and always dreaming about it. But at the same time, I was always a guy, even from when I was younger, a guy who enjoyed the journey, enjoyed the process of learning something, enjoyed my failures as well as my successes. Because when failures happen, a lot of people just get depressed, don't know what to do. But I was always in the mentality of, shoot, this is gonna be one heck of a story to tell when I climb out of it, when I succeed. And even if I don't, I'll figure a way out to live and survive, and that will be an awesome story to share one day. And if you don't have that kind of a dream to really have an awesome life and a life where there are obstacles and struggles, then you know, then it's not fun. You know, all the movies you see and all the awesome #1 selling stories out there and books out there are those of tribulation and how you overcome it. And it's that kind of a story. And I think it's awesome that, you know, I have an obstacle like this that I can overcome and document the process with. So I thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I'll catch you with another video, another update. I'll try to make more, but it's been getting busier and busier. But I will do my best to always keep you guys updated, because I really appreciate all your comments, as well as just the fact that you even take your time to watch and just take a part in my story. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys next time.